Get up, you son of a bitch! Cause Pawn's drunk loves ya.
Shannon Soul, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Sazón, a.k.a. El Borracho, a.k.a. Café Bustelo, a.k.a. El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this side of heaven. God bless you all. It's getting lit. Boxing is getting lit. Boxing is getting lit. Boxing is getting lit. Boxing's getting lit. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We got Devin Haney, Rolly Romero, TDC. Let's go. You thought it was there. Hey, yo, shout out to Al Hamon, Lou DeCuba, Tom Brown, Bill Haney, Devin Haney, Sean Haney, all the Haneys, DHP. Let's go. Rolly, Cuba. Let's go. Okay. Hey, yo, DJ. Hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know, man, Boxing 2026 is lit. It's lit. And like I said once before, man, I've been saying, man, Devin Haney has, look, it took a while, it took a long while to realize the truth. And the truth is that Devin Haney is the fireman in the sport of boxing. Devin Haney is the call 911, there's smoke out here, the building is burning, everybody evacuate, who do we call, Devin Haney, the building is smoke out here, Devin, it's smoke, can you come over here please and help us, the DHP fire truck is coming, here comes Devin Haney, we want all the smoke, as a matter of fact, Devin Haney don't need a helmet, he don't need that coat, he just running inside the building. He puts all the smoke, splashing the water. Devin Haney, he puts all the smoke, wants all the smoke. Yo, you got to realize that I don't give a damn if you a hater, a fan, the proof is in the pudding. Devin Haney wants all the smoke. Ladies and gentlemen, in the YTBC, I already know that Punch on Boxing. I say that I'm the thickest smoke in this community, ladies and gentlemen. Debates, war, the physical form, the debate form, the intellect form. But shout out to all the boxing content creators doing their thing. But I say, man, bro, Devin Haney is the thickest smoke in the sport of boxing in this generation. Gotta call it how we see it. You may not like all the fights. You may not like how he performs all the fights. He may not overwhelm you in the entertainment sense. But Devin Haney has killed every negative narrative about him. That's facts. Forget about the power in the ring. His power is he has killed every narrative, negative narrative that was directly towards him since the beginning of his career. He's proved his supporters right, and he's proven the critics, the hecklers, and the haters wrong. Period. 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 Shout out to Low No's Boxing in the building. What's good, Low No? Low No. Yeah, I'm one of the ones he humbled. Yep. I'm proud to say it. I'm proud to say it. I enjoy the journey. There's athletes out there that in the beginning you'd be like, yo, I know they're gonna be great, but you don't know how great they're gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You see the potential. I always say that DHP, Bill Haney, Devin Haney, they're gonna be one of the most powerful forces in the sport of boxing because Bill Haney, manager, trainer, understood the business of boxing, and it takes a shark to swim with the sharks. It takes that type of intellect outside of the ring through experience, hustle, whatever y'all want to call it, a hustle, the pimp, or whatever you want to call it. But one thing for sure, a lot of people like to say, oh, yo, Bill Haney is a pimp. But one thing for sure, ain't nobody going to be pimping his son in the sport of boxing. That's one thing for sure. That's one thing for sure. That's facts. Oh, yo, Bill Haney a hustle. Bill Haney is a pimp. Well, let me say it like this. He knows that boxing is a pimping whole game, and he's going to make sure ain't nobody going to be pimping his son. Because Bill Haney, Devin Haney has been with Showbox. He's been with Matchroom Boxing getting $3 million a pop, right? He went to Top Rank to become an undisputed. He went back to Matchroom to get the pay-per-view event versus Regis Prograis, right? He had a pay-per-view event even with Top Rank with Vasily Lomachenko. That he got that money with Turkey I Shake. When the business of boxing, let's be real, when the business of boxing was strategically trying to show and discipline Devin, let's be real, because after that Ryan Garcia fight, the business of boxing, the promoters was colluding. Yes, I said it, damn it. They was colluding and try to teach Devin Haney a lesson. No, this is how much you worth. When the Sando Martin purse bid came about, and nobody bid it but Top Rank. And you see that, shout out to Eddie Hearn, he's one of the best promoters in the sport of boxing, but he also was trying to teach Devin Haney a lesson because he feel like he wasn't a part of that Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney negotiations and things of that nature. I don't know how much percentage. I mean, he ain't get no percentage. But they was trying to teach him a lesson. They was trying to teach him that the money that you was earning, that's not your true value. And we all going to, hey, mate, don't bid on the fight. Hey, mate, don't bid on the fight. Nobody bid on the fight. No, let Top Rank bid on the fight. Let's show Devin Haney his real worth. Let him get that little 1.4, 1.5, $1.3 million that he could get with Sando Martin. He's going to understand that he just can't be jumping around like that. He just can't be jumping around like that, using us and stuff like that, then leaving and blah, blah, blah. No. It's the sport of boxing. This is the sport of boxing. You got to keep it real, unbiased, logically, and objectively. He don't got to be your favorite fighter to understand that he's a real one. He don't got to overwhelm you and entertain and quench your thirst in the entertainment form so you can say that he's a real one. Damn it, Devin Haney is a real one. You may not like how his father talk. You know what I'm saying? You may understand. You may understand it. Let me say it like this. Also, that Bill Haney is one of the most transparent, probably the most transparent person in the sport of boxing. He'll talk and have he'll have an interview with Brian Custis. He'll have an interview with Mike Coppinger. He'll have an interview with Cameron and Mace, and then he'll come into this community and chop it up with Punch Drunk Boxing, chop it up with the boxing voice, chop it up with Rap Soul Boxing Knowledge, chop it up with what we deem the little guys. He's that type of dude that he makes it and go right back to the block and chop it up with the people from the block. He never left the community. Why the hate? Why the hate? I know there's some ladies and gentlemen, I'm a boxing content creator. I know the narratives. I know the debunk army. I know what it is. I know how to surf in this wave. I know. And let me tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. Hating Devin Haney in the YTBC is lucrative. And that's why there's people that hate on Devin the Dream Haney. See, I've been consistent since day one. The only thing I've been saying about Devin Haney, man, he was a boring fighter. Man, come on, man. He's just not, And of course, everybody know I'm a T.O. guy. Just like I'm a Keith Thurman guy. So, of course, the back and forth between the Earl Spence and the Keith Thurman fans back in the days, I was a Keith full-time Thurman. So I used to debate a lot of channels that was an Earl Spence channel, right? The same thing with Devin Haney and T from Lopez. Yeah, everybody know I'm a T.O. guy, right? I respect Devin Haney, but then we go back and forth. It's a sport within the sport. But one thing for sure, we can't lie, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot lie. Devin Haney and Bill Haney has put his son in the position not to only get the bag, but also get the legacy. See, Connor Ben, like I said yesterday, he's getting the bag. But is he getting the legacy with the bag? Devin Haney is getting the bag and the legacy. And like we've been talking about that legacy reigns supreme, right? We've been talking about that legacy reigns supreme. And I know there's going to be entities out there that are trying to push that, the belts don't matter like it used to. The belts don't matter like it used to. Low Nose Boxing with the $5. Cinco pesos a comprar pizza con Coca-Cola. Dímelo, mi hermano, said Debo. Easiest guy to make a fight with just a contract with a good offer. Done deal. Debo turned into everything we wanted T.O. to be. Facts. Woo. Debo turned into everything we wanted T.O. to be. Facts. Ooh. The difference between, in my opinion, T.O. and Devin is representation, patience, trusting your team at all costs. The difference between T.O. and Devin is that T.O. Sr., he's a good trainer, but that's it. Bill Haney orchestrate the training, but he's a master and a genius in the business side. There's a lot of father trainers, but there's not a lot of people that know the business quite like Bill Haney. So the way that Bill Haney could fight for Devin, T.O. Sr. is limited in terms of the business side of things. You understand? Devin Haney has tremendous trust and respect for Bill Haney. Go out there and give me the good fight. Go out there and promote for me. In the beginning, we seen T.O. Sr. promoting for T.O. Sr. And look, I'm going to say it like this. It was working. It worked. But along the way, Senior, they're shushing him. Shh, stop it. Don't do interviews. Stop saying that. Stop being out there. I feel like what they had going, he's calling out Loma, they get Loma. He's calling out Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor's a pussy. Let him go. Let him do his thing. Now, they shush him. The playbook changed. Shout out to Keith Connolly. T from Lopez got a great manager, Keith Connolly, but Keith Connolly is not the daddy of T from Lopez. All that money staying in-house. You understand what I'm trying to say, folks? That's the difference. That's just the difference. But T from Lopez Sr. was a trainer of the year. Bill Haney is a manager of the year. I don't know if he did win. In my opinion, I would. I think he's manager of the year. Yeah, he did win it, right? The BWAA. He deserves it. Dímelo, Randy con la bandera de República Dominicana. Randy. La música de Randy. Dímelo. ¡Ay! DJ Camelo Alex Sensation. Espera. Págame la música. All right. Dímelo, Randy. Devin Haney. Ain't no bluff with Devin Haney, bro. Ain't no bluff. They put out a list and they went for the list. Devin Haney did sign him to fight Teofimo Lopez. Devin Haney was ready to fight Boots Ennis. Now, looking how Devin Haney has been moving. Devin Haney was ready to fight Shakur a long time ago. The track record speaks for itself. If Devin Haney was ready to fight Boots and Devin Haney was ready to fight Tio, of course Devin Haney was ready to fight Shakur Stevenson. Yeah. It makes all sense. Oh, the 35, 25%. He was ready to fight Shakur. He was ready to fight Shakur. I'm convinced. I am convinced. The resume speaks for itself. The way they move speaks for itself. There's no debate about that. I don't give a damn. I don't want nobody to come over here, debate no punch wrong. And I'm not saying that Devin Haney was scared. Shakur is scared of Devin Haney. I don't believe that Shakur Stevenson is scared of nobody. But Devin Haney, this is the difference between Devin and everybody else. That Devin Haney's business is always prepared to fight whoever, whenever, however money. That's how Devin Haney business is structured. Shout out to Rolly Romero. Shout out to Rolly because Rolly Romero, he thought he was that Devin Haney was bluffing. And probably Devin Haney thought that Rolly Romero was bluffing. But as soon as Rolly Romero took it on IG and said, yo, we sent a contract over there, man, answer the phone. Bill Haney came right back. Oh, yo, yeah. Answer your phone right now. Rolly Romero said, yo, March 30th. Bill Haney said, March 30th. It's ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. It's ready to go. It's ready to go. I like Keyshawn Davis. Look. Shout out to Keyshawn Davis. I support the fighters. Y'all already know I buy you. I got the takeover stuff. I got the Keyshawn Davis stuff. I got the Manny Serrano stuff. I got the Brandon Lee attire. I rock with anybody. I support boxing. I support. I support. But Keyshawn Davis out there in Puerto Rico, shout out to my Boricua. Que bonita bandera, que bonita bandera, que bonita bandera, la bandera puertorriqueña. Ay. Keyshawn Davis out there in Puerto Rico trying to convince Bad Bunny to put him in one of the concerts. Mira, nene, te gusta que tenías andes ahí, mimito en el Super Bowl. Tú quieres venir ahora para mí, ¿verdad? Tú quieres venir, negrito, tú quieres venir. Porque tú quieres estar conmigo para cantar mis canciones, ¿verdad, Keyshawn? The difference between Keyshawn and Rolly right now is that Keyshawn is going out there. He's promoting. He's calling out. He's going to the streamers. He's going to Puerto Rico. He's swimming, punching the water. I want Devin. He's going to Hollywood. He's doing the skit with Friday. He's going after Debo. He got the brick. He said, what up, Craig? But in the sport of boxing, the real call out in the sport of boxing is when you hand the person a contract. When you hand a person a proposal, when you're hand a person a term sheet, and they look at it. They look at it. All right. You want to fight me? All right. Let's redline some shit. All that call out. I like it. It's entertaining. But where's the contract? Where's the proposal? Where's the term sheet? Have you redlined it? Huh? Nothing. Shout out to Rolly. All these years, even with the T.O. and Devin Haney situation, all these years. Yo, what's the fight? He's ducking. When that $8 million was on the table, ladies and gentlemen. Now the tables is turned. Now T.O. calling out Devin. And Devin probably say, T.O., go out there and perform better. I'm fighting Rolly. I'm fighting your friend. Tio should have whooped Shakur's ass. All talk, no action. So, like I was saying yesterday, now, of course, Devin Devin ain't no fireman. He don't live the flames. Man, he lights the flames and he pulls out the flames. Get out of here. You hating technique. You hater. You a hater. That's it. Ain't no more hating on Devin. Ain't no more room for hating on Devin technique. No more room. There is no narrative. He killed it all. He killed every fucking narrative ever. There's no more narrative towards Devin Haney. There's no more hate. If you hate Devin Haney, you hate yourself. Bro, if you hate Devin Haney, you hate yourself, bro. You a fraud, bro. That's it. There is nothing you could hate on Devin Haney. Nothing. Not the legacy, not the way he moves, not his women, nothing, not his money, nothing, not his pops, nothing, not his management, the way that he goes by things, nothing. Devin Haney got everything down packed. You say he got no power, he knocks down Rolly. You go, move up. I don't know if his power going to transition to 147. He knocks down Brian Norman. I don't think he's going to fight Lomachenko. He fights Lomachenko, beats Lomachenko. He fight the man that beat the man. That tells me the way that he moves. He was ready to fight Loma back then. He was ready to fight Tio back then. He was ready to fight Shakur back then. He was ready to fight Tank back then. He was ready to fight Boots back then. Ain't no dissing, hating on Devin Haney. That shit ends now. It stops. No mas. No mas. No mas. Oh, he sued Ryan Garcia. That wasn't Devin. He signed off on that. That was Bill. It wasn't Devin that said, hey, yo, Pops, let's go out there and sue Oscar De La Hoya. Let's go out there. And that wasn't Devin. He just signed off. He said, Devin, the fight before. Who cares? What about the fight after, technique? What about the fight after? What about the fight after, technique? What they say? You're just as good as your last fight. Don't change the narrative. Don't change the myth in the sport of boxing. You're just as good as your last fight. You stuck on Jose Ramirez. You tell Jose Ramirez, where the fuck is Jose Ramirez today? I know what Devin Haney is at. He about to unify the titles with Rolly Romero. And guess what? He gonna beat Rolly Romero too. Because none of y'all stupid enough to bet on Rolly Romero beating on Devin Haney. None of y'all. None of y'all stupid enough. You can't put it together. Rolly beats Devin. How? Jab, no. Footwork, no. Defense, no. Intellect, no. Devin Haney gonna beat him just like he did Prograis, just like he did Brian Norman Jr. Let's be real, let's be honest. Ain't nobody in that team. Luda Coupe ain't talking to you, but guess what? Bill Haney speaks to us. He talks to you, and he speaks to us. And he talks to the haters and the supporters. Even Bill Haney wants all the smoke. It's contagious. Punch. So why your man Haney clinch? He clinched. How about somebody be strong enough and punch off the clinch? Yeah. Let's keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. Devin Haney is clinching. Well, how about somebody punch off the clinch? It's an art in the sport of boxing. Just like when people say, oh, yo, you got to cut the ring off. Guess what? Devin Haney going to be moving around. It's Jose Ramirez's job to cut the ring off, right? Right? Wasn't it Teofimo Lopez's job to cut the ring off versus Jermaine Ortiz and Sando Martin? Wasn't it T.O.'s job? Oh no, Devin Haney run. Yeah, we ran that through that narrative as well. I said it. I said that Devin Haney was a runner, but guess what? He did the next fight. He stood in the middle of the ring and put down Brian Norman Jr. And I said that Brian Norman Jr. was gonna get beaten up anyway. But I like the way that he did it. Like I always say, everything is not about winning and losing, but it's how you win and how you lose. And the way that Devin Haney won, he won with tremendous respect. He killed the narrative. Each and every time we put a narrative on Devin, he smokes that shit out like he smokes each and every one of his opponents. And I'm real enough to say that I was part of the problem too. I'm real enough to say that. Because sometimes you go for what you like rather than what's right. Let's be real. Sometimes we support what we like, but don't support what's right. And Ryan Garcia did not come professionally to enter into that contest versus Devin Haney. And yes, Ryan Garcia popped dirty. But because I like Ryan Garcia and the performance was good and the narrative was good, you know what I'm saying? Gee, Ryan Garcia whooped Devin. Yeah, he whooped. I still believe that it was skills that pay the bills. But let's not hold Ryan Garcia accountable. Let's hold Ryan Garcia accountable that Devin Haney did sign up to fight Ryan Garcia. He kept this end of the bargain. He beat Jose Ramirez. Rolly Romero beat Ryan Garcia. But guess what's the narrative? And we ain't gonna start that narrative now. Oh, yo, the best fight in the welterweight division is Devin versus Ryan. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. The best promo may be Ryan versus Devin. But ladies and gentlemen, I know we want to forget because we love the first fight. I love the first fight too. It was entertainment to me. I love it. I love it. I don't think that it was Osterman that beat Devin Haney. I think it was skills that paid the bills, but still is not on the record because of Ryan Garcia. So we got to hold them accountable as well. But guess what? Rolly beat Ryan. And that's what we know. And I know we want to sweep that shit under the rug and say that the best fight at welterweight is Ryan versus Haney. Maybe the most lucrative fight is Devin versus Ryan. But no, the best fight in the welterweight division is Rolly Romero versus Devin the Dream Haney. And we know it. We know it. Let's go by what's right and not what we like. It's going to be the motto of 2026. Let's go for what's right and not what we like. Because sometimes the shit that we like is going to lead us in a ditch. Sometimes you got a good lady. You got a good wifey. But you rather go with the exotic whore. You stop thinking about what's right and you're going for what you like. Sometimes we make bad decisions by not identifying what's right because we just like it. You understand what I'm trying to say? And in the sport of boxing, we have a lot of that. I've contributed to that. And maybe, you know what I'm saying, I will continue to contribute to that because in the end of the day, I like what I like. And I'm going to rock and I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt. But what I'm going to do is give the benefit of the doubt for what's right. You understand? I could say, you know what? Damn, I'm rooting for this one. And I want this one to win. But this one is going to whoop his ass. Right? Some of them are Dominican peoples that watch boxing. They be like, yo, Punch, you never talk about the Dominican fighters. You never talk about the Dominican fighters. Yo, pero tú no lo soportas a nosotros. I remember when Gervonta Davis was going up against Hector Luis Garcia. And people were saying, yo, pero Pons, pero diablo, pero apoya a nosotros. Tú eres no dominicano. You're not Dominican. Why are you not supporting us? I said, porque Gervonta, you want me to say on my channel that Hector Luis Garcia is going to beat Gervonta Davis? Usted tan loco. Are you crazy, motherfucker? Hey, yo, Gervonta Davis is going to turn that Hector Luis Garcia, that Dominican, into a totones. He's going to cut him up, boil him up, fry him up, man, eat him up. Because I got to go with what's right. When Shakur Stevenson was going up against Edgar de los Santos, I'm Dominican. And I spoke to Edgar de los Santos as well. Leading up to the fight, I spoke to Edgar de los Santos. And I still did a video and stuff like that. And then the people that hooked me up to speak to Edgar de los Santos was like, yo, but you don't support. Damn, man. But I support because they feel like, oh, shit, I had a conversation with Edgar de los Santos. That means that I'm going to have to just rock. No, Shakur Stevenson is going to beat you. That's it. Hey, sometimes expressing what's right, people could do you wrong. That's another reason why people don't like to say what's right. That's another reason why people don't want to say that's right. I mean, don't want to say things that's right, because in the sport of boxing, you could easily get blackballed. You can easily get pushed to the side. Fighters, boxing content creators, independent media, if you say what's right, that's why everybody goes around tippy-toeing. That's why nobody want to say what I said yesterday. Where's Turkey out shaking all of this? Oh, yeah, we're getting Rolly Romero and Devin the Dream Haney, but guess what? They're going to deal with PBC. So it's Turkey. Why is David Benavidez versus Sudo Ramirez is now with Turkey's PBC? What's going on? Nobody want to ask the question. Nobody want to add. Nobody want to say that Turkey out shit got one foot in and one foot out the door. Nobody in ring. Nobody's talking about it. Max Kellerman ain't talking about it. See, he can't say what's right. You got to say what he likes. Mike Campager can't say everything what I could say. They can't say that. That's the beauty about this community. There's the beauty about boxing content creators. Sometimes it's a beauty that motherfuckers don't want to take us serious, but they listen. This is the only community that people want to listen. As a matter of fact, they take our talking points. Yes, I said it. Shout out to the Zone, but certain the Zone personnels and ring personnels, they look at YouTube and they take our talking point and then they say what we saying. They do. You know what their homework is? Listening to us, and they get paid their low six figures. Listening to us, taking our talking point, taking our topic. I see it all the time. I may say something and I hear these guys say something. Yeah, but you follow. You follow. You listen to Punch Drunk Boxing, because when y'all see me in person, you know who the fuck I am. But y'all don't want to come to this channel and show the people that y'all know who Punch Drunk Boxing is. That doesn't benefit y'all. I get it. We don't got a lot of support. I get it. I wouldn't come to my channel either. I wouldn't go to a channel that got 53 people looking on to. I keep it real. I wouldn't go. I understand. And that's why I tell the people, you got to show me fucking support, bro. Eso me quillan a mí, bro. Porque usted no sabe lo que yo puedo hacer con este boxeo. Quillan, bro. Beauty about being sold. You can say what the F you want. Turkey buying out. Ain't nobody buying out no damn PBC, bro. Turkey ain't buying nothing out. Turkey ain't buying nothing out. PBC is not for sale. PBC is not for sale. Y'all want it. Y'all want it. Y'all want. See, this is what it is. See, so now some of y'all want to attach what Turkey Ashek is doing in this fight. Just say, oh, you going to buy our PBC. You know what I'm saying? Just to give the credit when PBC doing something. When PBC doing something good, y'all want to be like, but that's a top rank fighter, but that's this fighter. But then when the PBC fighter goes somewhere else, oh, it's Turkey Ashek. Y'all never want to give credit to PBC. Because y'all thought that PBC was going to die. And it's alive. It's alive. It's alive, like I've been saying. Shout out to Rick Glazier. I've been listening to Rick Glazier all these years and still have not come to fruition that PBC is still alive. It's still alive. Devin Haney is the fireman in the sport of boxing. If you think there's smoke somewhere, they run into the smoke to pull that shit out. Ladies and gentlemen, 9/11, and shout out to the family that lost their loved ones. God rest their soul. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be. Devin Haney is the type that if 9/11 was happening today, he'll be the first one. He'll be the first respondent. He'll be the first firefighter going up there to trying to save lives and go through the smoke. That's Devin Haney. Yes, I believe it. Yes, I believe it. I believe it. That's the heart that Devin Haney got. If Devin Haney, if they're 9/11, Devin Haney will be the first one in the building. That's how much he wants to smoke. That's how much he wants to smoke. If there's a burn, if your house is burning, don't call 911. Call Devin Haney. If your school is burning, don't call 911. Call DHP Devin Haney. He gonna turn off that smoke. If your girl pussy is hot and it's smoking, but you don't got the energy to wickety rackety, just call Devin Haney. He'll pull out that smoke too. Yep. It's facts. Am I lying? It's facts. It's facts. It's facts. Devin Haney wants all the smoke. And you know what it is? I know it's not convincing because Devin Haney has a soft tone. Devin Haney doesn't have that bass, you know what I'm saying? Devin Haney doesn't say a lot of things with his chest. Devin Haney's a good guy. Simple man. Nice guy. If you ever spoken to Devin Haney is not he's not animated, he's not a character. He doesn't betray somebody he not. He just be himself. If you ever meet Devin Haney is the most humble one out of all the crew, the whole crew. Whole crew. Very presentable, very professional. I can understand why Devin Haney, you may look at from the outside that he could have a fallout, but that's why you could see a Eddie Hearn chopping up with Devin Haney. Devin Haney has a personality that is hard to hate. If you ever met Devin Haney, if you really listen to even his interviews, he's really hard to hate. Is that the hate is lucrative in the YTBC? It is. That's why. It's easy to hate on Bill Haney. You know why? Because Bill Haney gives you the opportunity to go back and forth with him. Because Bill Haney got thick skin to allow you to express your disagreements and your displeasures, and he'll go back and forth with you. And Bill Haney makes you feel comfortable to disagree and agree with him. But that tells me that these guys have no ego. There's people that saying, well, oh, yo, Devin Haney is born with a silver spoon. But let me tell you like this, Devin Haney acts more down to earth than all these guys. Most of these guys. Yes. Yes. Devin Haney acts like he is poor. He'll never shy away. Even, bro, I'm gonna tell you like this. I've criticized Devin Haney a lot. I've made jokes just like I've made jokes about a lot of fighters and stuff like that. I'm comedic, right? It's not personal. And if anybody that meet me at Devin Haney has met me, Bill has met me, a lot of people in the boxing industry has met me that I criticize, praise, give credit, you know what I'm saying? Give credit and give constructive criticism. But I think even when they see when they meet me, they know it's I'm comedic. You know what I'm saying? It's not also like, yes, I stand 10 toes down on what I say, but it's also my way of communicating my way. That's who I am. You know what I'm saying? But it's undeniable. Devin Haney is always in position for the smoke and to pull out the smoke. And you got to give credit to Bill Haney because his way of doing business is he's always open to whoever. He's open to give people an opportunity. He's open to give you an opportunity to make more money than you ever made. He said Tank will murder him at any weight. But where's Tank? We could say that. Oh shit, Devin Haney versus Tank. Oh shit, yeah, we could pick Tank all we want. Does Tank want Devin? Know what I'm saying? Boxing Talk con los 50 pesos. What's good, Boxing Talk? God bless you. You already know my brother in Christ. Punch, stop talking death over yourself and your channel. You as good as anyone on here, honest. Speak life and keep the faith, hermano. Your time coming. Just stay faithful. Maybe a little less drama clips because you can kill the game with your IQ. Wisdom and Jesus. Damn, man. Boxing Talk always have this way to humble me, man. Yo, Boxing Talk for real. Yo, I really admire and how you put the words, how you what you say and what you type. You know what I'm saying? It is true, bro. Yo, it's hard to disagree with you, man. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to disagree with you. It's true. You know what I'm saying? It is true. Sometimes I'm like, yo, I'm going to, but you know what it is? All right, boxing talk. I'm gonna tell you like this. You know why it's hard? It's hard to tone it down. Some people when they meet me in boxing event that they're in the industry or whatever, they be like, yo, Punch, yo, you mad funny, yo, I'll be watching your shit. But if you want doors to open, maybe tone it down a little bit, blah, 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 right? You know what the issue is, boxing talk? Is in the beginning, I was just doing boxing content. I don't know who was watching. I don't know, I'm just talking boxing, right? And me being who I am is what opened the doors at first. When y'all saw me out there in the Manny Pacquiao versus Ugas and people from the end of do you know how to read contracts and fighters and manager? Do you know fighters from Dominican Republic? Do you know fighters from the Caribbean and stuff like that? And that's how I was facilitating certain in the amateur fighters to certain managers and stuff like that, right? So, oh shit, people was taking me serious, but I never toned it down. What happened was, in my opinion, was when certain media that is hired by promotional people, when I started criticizing their golden goose, I was good. But when I give criticism, we not effing with Punch. So they opened the doors because of who I am and the way that I talk boxing. But then they closed the door because I may have criticized Gervonta Tank Davis and Leonard Ellaby. So the PBC door closed on me. You know what I'm saying? And then, Top Rank. Well, Top Rank, Evan Korn, he doesn't like me. Evan Korn is responsible for when you file for media credentials. He's the one that gives it to you. It's not Todd DeBuff. It's not Bob Arum. He doesn't like me. So when I'm doing interviews with Teofimo Lopez, and Teofimo Lopez is being controversial, they feel like I shouldn't be putting things out there. They told Top Rank told Teofimo Lopez never to come to my channel. And shout out to Teofimo Lopez for never listening to them and staying loyal to the people that was loyal to him. So I can't get no Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? So in the beginning, oh yeah, man, this guy is bigging up Tio and stuff like that. But then when Tio started going against them in interviews, then they started going against me. So don't go over there anymore. But before all of that, when I was pumping Tio and it was positive and he wasn't going against Top Rank, I'm all good. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's weird in this community, bro. So, and like I was saying in the beginning, and God bless you, my brother, boxing talk with the 50 bean super chat, man. Appreciate you. Is weird in this community. And like I said in the beginning, if you say what's right, you could also be blackballed. You know what I'm saying? And I always said from the beginning, I said this 3-4 years ago. I said, yo, I'm too real, bro. The people in the industry tells me I'm too raw, I'm too real. But what's going to keep the doors open for this channel, bro, is the support. And that is not, bro. I could talk boxing, boxing talk. I could talk boxing and 2 people looking on, right? Just because I love it. I started out like that. But also, I feel like I could bring something new. You know what I'm saying? I feel I could bring some energy. I feel like boxing has put like it's a tapa when the water is boiling and it's trying to and it's and it's the boiling water is, and you see the pan going like this, like I'm being suppressed, and that shit I feel like I'm suffocating sometimes, because I know once that door crack, bro, and they give me this opportunity, my brother, I'm telling you, bro, it's going to be a whole different game, bro. It's going to be a whole different game. Put me in showbiz to do a play-by-play. Put me in showbiz. Not showbiz and the white boy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know his name, no disrespect. But I even was watching. I'm like, yo, if it was me in showbiz, bro, I'm telling you, bro. Because we'll feed off the energy. Every time when I see showbiz and showbiz see me, showbiz, they go, we have an energy that if y'all catch that shit on camera. Shout out to Cigar Talk. Boro, dame esa opportunity at punch on boxing. Do it out. Put me punch on boxing on the face off. Hey, yo, the whole world talking about it, bro. The whole world is talking about it. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Give me an opportunity, bro. Give me the same opportunity. Give me the same opportunity. But guess what? Numbers speak. That's the only reason why I say, come on, guys, show the support. Come in numbers. That is going to be hard to deny me. It's going to be hard, bro. I can't be mad at myself. I can't be mad at myself. I put in the work. I can't be mad at myself. I'm doing something. That's the only thing that frustrates me. Fire Films, con 20 pesos, me dice. God loves the real good looking out, Fight Fury Films. But let me tell you like this, the boxing world is a very ugly world. You understand? It's like I said before, you got to learn how to swim with the shark and slither with the snakes in boxing. There is no good in boxing. It's very, very, if you meet good, if you meet loyal in boxing, bro, that's an enigma. That is weird. Everybody in boxing is waiting to stab another one in the back. There's no handshake or deal in boxing. Ain't no nah, bro. You gotta be cold-hearted. You know what I've noticed, that even the most successful people, man, they gotta have some cold. It's very few powerful people that got a heart. I ain't talking about people. I'm talking about people that got power and money. In boxing, you think for top ranked and Bob Arum to be who he is, you think he got a little heart? Nah, man. The day you show you got a heart and sensitive and emotional in the sport of boxing, man, they're going to eat you alive. Dímelo, Boxing Talk, con 20 pesos. God bless. Boxing Talk, Fight Fury Films, bro. I'm in full agreement. I'm going to take it to prayer. Do you be praying over your channel? Could be something spiritual. I'll be praying. Love you, hermano. God bless. Yeah, man. I've prayed. I haven't prayed enough, though. I'll be honest. I've prayed, but I haven't prayed enough. Do you know what I prayed about on my channel? That I don't pray for the success of my channel. I pray that, thank you, God, for allowing me to have a voice for somebody to listen, that when I speak your name, when I do say God first, everything second, fight plus survive equals true champion. The best investment you can make in your life is have God in your heart. I pray on that, to be honest. I pray that, thank you, God, for giving me the opportunity for somebody to listen, that at least every time I go live and every time and 90% of my videos, I preach your name. And thank you for allowing me to have a platform, because I know in the Bible, it said, I forgot, I'm just paraphrasing. It said that he's going to make sure that every human know his name. So when you come to Punch Drunk Boxing, if you ain't never heard who God is, you're going to hear it. Am I going to tell you in detail? No, we're going to be talking about boxing, but I'm going to play my part and let the people know the best investment you can make in your life is have God in your heart. Jesus Christ, your Lord and Savior. Jesus Christ is your right-hand man. Jesus Christ is your Savior. Jesus Christ is everything. Jesus Christ is above anybody, everybody. Once you have Jesus, you're good, and everything is good. And not everybody going to be rich. Not everybody going to be, you know what I'm saying? We're going to go through our struggles and stuff like that. But God is never going to give you something that you can't handle. And we all got a purpose, and we all got blessings. The only issue is that we put ourselves outside of the line with God. We get out of track, that when there's a blessing right in front of us, we can't even identify the blessing because we went off track. So sometimes we be like, yo, God, man, every time something goes wrong, we be like, yeah, come on, God, man. Damn, God, man, I don't believe in God, man. You don't love me, God. We blame God. But in the end of the day, why you blaming God? That means because you believe in God. You wouldn't not believe in God if you blaming God when things don't happen right. It's because we believe in God. When we cry out, dang God, when we mad at God, I don't believe it. Yeah, but you still talking to God. Why you say that you don't believe in God? You still talking to God? We don't take accountability and responsibility that we get out of line. It's almost like with our own kids. Remember, he's our fathers, like with our own kids. When our kids get out of line, do they get what they want when they ask for it? No, but they're still blessed that even if they're asking for something that they can't get, they still got a roof over their head. They're still being blessed. They just, but mommy and daddy don't want to give me this, don't want to give me candy. You don't want to take me out. So no, you behave bad. You didn't do good in school. And they think that their life is over, but they still blessed because they have a mommy and they have the daddy. And while they mad that they can't get what they want, they still get food. They still got clothes. They still got good water. They still got light. So even while, and that's just a simplicity, a very simple way that even when we think that we amount to nothing, that the world is crashing on us and everything is all heavy on our shoulders, we still blessed. We're just not looking at the other thing that we're blessed about. We are the image of God. And the love that we have, we have. And the wrath that we have, we have. And when God says that I'm a jealous God, when somebody don't treat us right, we jealous too sometimes because we're the image of God. But yeah, man. Thank you, Boxing Talk, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you always, giving me some great opinions and, reassure me how valuable the channel and my voice can be. So, speaking on truth, the ultimate truth is that Devin Haney should be represented as the leader. I like my guy is Teofimo Lopez. Everybody knows that. And I'm always going to be like the takeover, the commander-in-chief. I feel like there's enough time for him to do so. But as of right now, because look, T.O. did sign for the Shakur Stevens. He just didn't win. And let's say Devin Haney, he signs up and he doesn't win. There's going to be a lot of criticism. We can't heavily criticize a fighter once they're out there giving us the best fight and the best. Right? You can't get too mad at Devin Haney for losing to Ryan Garcia because at least they gave us the fight that we wanted to see. And Devin Haney could have easily pulled out of that fight because of Ryan Garcia's unprofessionalism, and he still gave it to us. He still blessed us with giving us the fight. They still blessed us with an entertaining fight. And yes, Devin Haney didn't win that fight, but Devin Haney also showed in that fight something that a lot of people never gave Devin Haney credit for: his will, determination, his heart. See, there's one thing that we can identify on the X's and O's and skills, but it takes more. We love fighters. In the history of the sport of boxing, we love fighters not only because they're just skillful, it's the character in that ring. And Devin Haney showed a character in that ring that you just can't hate on them. You can make fun of certain things, but you can't hate on it. Because any fighter would have folded. Even Ryan Garcia was beating up Devin so bad in his eyes that he was looking at Bill Haney and basically telling him to throw in the towel and stop the fight. He was feeling sorry. Bill Haney has so much confidence in his son. As a matter of fact, maybe Devin Haney didn't know how much of a warrior he is if it wasn't for that. That's a blessing in itself. Devin Haney had to go through that type of fire, and I know now Devin Haney may say to his mind, I'm a bad mother effer, bro. Like, I knew I was bad, but I got to go through that experience to know how bad I am. People say, fighters be saying that they will die in that ring. But even with Mike Tyson, you remember the recent podcast that he had, that he was talking about Muhammad Ali, and Mike Tyson is saying, man, I wouldn't die for this shit. I'm not Muhammad Ali. I wouldn't die for this. That's what separates Muhammad Ali and me. I wouldn't die for this. Remember, he was emotional. Devin Haney will die in that ring. Devin Haney is not afraid to die in that ring. And I know there's other fighters like that, but he proved it versus Ryan Garcia. So even if I see a fight with Devin Haney, he gets dropped because of the experience that he showed and the heart and the courage that he showed, is you're going to have to do more than that to keep that man down. You got to do more than that to keep that man. If Devin Haney gets dropped, I'm going to be like, I'm going to see that when Tito Trinidad used to get dropped. All right, he's going to get back up. You're going to have to kill him. The only way he's going to go out if the referee stops it. He ain't going to stay down. He ain't going to take a knee. He ain't going to lay down for nobody. And Ryan Garcia was hitting him with some shots. Ladies and gentlemen, people was talking about that Devin Haney should retire after that. People were saying Devin Haney should take a year off, man. There's a lot of heat, man. He went through a lot, man. He would never be the same. Devin Haney cleaned out every negative narrative there is. He humbled the people. He humbled me. He humbled the critics. He humbled the hecklers. Ain't nothing left. The only thing left is if he has another performance, and then there is an open door for people to critique him, but it's part of the game. But from the email, from the running, from the WBC franchise, he killed the WBC franchise. We hated that shit. The whole world of boxing hated the WBC franchise, and he buried that shit. He buried. The last time we ever heard of the WBC franchise when he fought for George Kambosos and beat him. He buried that shit. He made sure that there is no questions. Now, in the history of the sport of boxing, you're going to have these close fights. Just like I thought that Lomachenko edged that fight with Devin Haney. But the more that I look back at that fight, especially that 12th round, Loma didn't take it from the champion. Fight Fury Fields with the episode. Good looking out. Appreciate you, bro. He said Devin Haney versus Rolly will actually be fire. The promo is going to be fire. The fight is going to be fire because stylistically, it entails a great fight. It does, stylistically. Rolly Romero is the brawler. Devin Haney is the boxer. But Devin Haney is going to, I'm calling it right now, Devin Haney going to stop Rolly Romero. I'm calling it right now. I'm not going with a 12-round decision. I got Devin Haney stopping Rolly Romero. I think we're going to see the best Devin Haney anybody has ever seen. I think this fight, he's going to put it all together. I think this fight, he's going to drop. You see how he dropped Regis Prograis? But okay. Still, let me just outbox this guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm winning every round anyway. I ain't going to risk it. Okay, Brian Norman Jr., I don't know too much about Brian Norman Jr. I never sparred him. I don't know too much about him and stuff like that. I don't know what he's capable of doing like that much. I dropped him already, winning all rounds. This one, he's going to paint his Picasso. Devin Haney is going to stop Rolly Romero. I'm saying it right now. Devin Haney going to stop Rolly Romero. Devin Haney going to stop Rolly Romero. And I like Rolly Romero. But we already seen Rolly Romero being stopped. The only thing that we haven't seen is Devin Haney, tap into that killer instinct. But I think with Rolly, he's not gonna let Rolly live, bro. He's not. Once he got Rolly, there is no animosity with Devin Haney and Regis. There was no animosity with Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr. You know what I'm saying? That was just a fight that was presented, and it was, you know, signed up for the fight. Let's get the fight. I'm gonna get the belt. It was about the belt. It was about the 3-division world champion. I truly think that Devin Haney wants to put a beats on Rolly Romero. He's gonna school him and beat him. I really think so. That style is too easy for Devin Haney. That style, too easy for Devin Haney. Too easy. Too easy. The only difference is, though, between Rolly Romero, Brian Norman Jr., and Regis Prograis is that Rolly Romero is awkward. He is awkward. He's unpredictable in how he throws some shots. He throws some wild shots. He could get, you know, the elbow. He could get a little rough in there and stuff like that. Even though that Rolly Romero has been a little bit cleaner as of late, but you can't box with him. And Devin Haney throws enough punches. He even throws more punches than I just don't see where Rolly will win. It's gonna have to be some haymaker shit and I don't think that Devin Haney's gonna stay down. Who's stoppage prediction? Yep, I'm going with a stoppage. I'm not going with a 12-round decision. And I'm talking about Devin Haney. Now, this is punch round boxing. I told y'all versus Brian Norman Jr., he gonna beat the crap out of Brian Norman Jr. And he did. He did. This is my prediction. I don't even gotta think about it. I don't need no film study. I've watched Rolly enough and I watched Devin Haney enough. And Rolly is tough. Rolly is tough. But Rolly is chinny too. Rolly is tough, but Rolly is chinny too. And Rolly, and if Jackson Martinez could put Rolly in the blender, yeah, Devin Haney is going to school him, hurt him, stop him. We seen Ishmael Borrasso, bro. We seen Ishmael Borrasso. Let's not act like we don't know El Viejo. Ishmael Borrasso. Ishmael Borrasso beat Rolly Romero, bro. He beat him, bro. I like Rolly, bro. I like Rolly. But El Viejo le ganó a Rolly. Their own man. The old man beat Rolly, bro. Oh, man. Talking about let's get this. Talking about Devin Haney being the firefighter, but let's talk about something else because there's more to the sport of boxing. You already know the 154-pound division. You already know Xander Zayas versus Josh Kelly. Remember when we was talking about what we like and what's real? Remember we was talking about that? See, what we like is to say that Jerome Bruce Ennis versus Virgil Ortiz is the number one fight in the 154-pound division. No, it's not. No, it's not. Let's quit it right now. Like I said, 2026. Let's preach what's right as primary and what we like as secondary. Let's preach what's right, primary, and we could preach what we like. But we're not going to downplay what we like to what's right. Boots Ennis versus Virgil Ortiz is not the primary fight in the 154-pound division. The 3-belt unification between Josh Kelly and Xander Zayas is. Yes. I could like it more. I could like Virgil Ortiz versus Jerome Boots Ennis more. Yes. The number one fight right now, the most important, the legacy fight, is Josh Kelly versus Xander Zayas. He said, yo, Baracho, you were sounding like THV. Nah, see that the difference is that when it goes from when THV is talking about it, everybody already knows what he's aligned with. When Punch Run Boxing is talking about it, it comes authentic and it comes real because people already listen to the criticism and the praises that I've given Devin throughout the years. They've seen me give praise to Bill Haney, and we also have debated back and forth for years. So they know that when I'm giving Devin Haney his praise, they know it's coming from a real fucking place. It's coming from a real place, authentic. I truly believe Devin Haney is going to stop Rolly Romero. I truly believe that. Just like when I thought that Josh Kelly was going to be Bakram. I already knew it. I've done enough film study. I said Josh Kelly going to be Bakram. Ain't nothing Bakram going to do with Josh Kelly. He only got a left hook. He can't even throw. He don't even have a jab. He doesn't even have a right hand. He just got a left hook. Praise on the left hook. Just stay away from the left hook. Caught him. He said, who is Josh Kelly? Who is Josh Kelly? Who is Josh Kelly? Olympian. IBF. 154-pound champion that beat the boogeyman, Josh Kelly, bro. Been talking about John. Hey, y'all, in this channel, I've been talking about Josh Kelly even longer than I was talking about Virgil Ortiz. And everybody know it. He said Bakram got robbed. Nah, Josh Kelly, boxing lesson. All Bakram did is just knocked him down in that round. It was close. It got closer. It did get close. But remember the 4 criterias. Clean, effective punches, ring generalship. Ring generalship. That won the fight. Who got hit less? Josh Kelly got hit less, so he wins the defense. Clean, effective punches. Josh Kelly. Ring generalship. Who controls the 3-minute intervals of each round? Who has identified the style of the fight, the pace of the fight? That's why he won. People just be watching boxing and be like, oh shit. No, go by the 4 criterias and you're going to see. But let's see what Josh Kelly said. So Josh Kelly typed this sound because Xander Zayas did an interview, had a podcast interview, you know, or radio interview. He was talking about that he wanted to fight Josh Kelly, and Josh Kelly was basically paraphrasing, ducking him. Let me take this the Cash App. If y'all want to donate on the Cash App, y'all already know the Cash App is open as well, man. This is some lies here. My promoter is the only one making offers to you. We are willing to come to the U.S. to make the fight. So Josh Kelly got the offer for Xander Zayas. Josh Kelly is willing to go into a neutral ground. Number 3, I've been told categorically, you said you would not come to England. I don't know why Xander Zayas wouldn't go to England if there is a stadium waiting to showcase Josh Kelly. Like the owner of that stadium in the UK said that Josh Kelly next fight will very be in a soccer stadium. Why Xander Zayas wouldn't go? See, that's what separates Devin Haney. Devin Haney went all the way to Australia. Devin Haney went to Saudi Arabia. If Devin Haney could do it, Xander Zayas, you could do it. If Earl Spence could do it and go to Sheffield, you could do it too. You already fought in Puerto Rico. It's all right. Go out there in the UK. The UK boxing fans love boxing. Number 4, Matchroom and The Zone have a set up TV. Facts. Matchroom got a TV deal with The Zone, and a new one at that. Top Rank still doesn't have an exclusive network deal. So I'm smelling someone sees an easier fight elsewhere for some money or has overpriced himself on the purpose just to look at a different option. Now you all could have Bakram. Facts. Nobody jumped at the chance except me. I went and beat the boogeyman, so no way would I be refusing any fights with the likes of Xander Zayas. Facts. Facts. Let's not erase history. Let's not erase history, folks. Bakram was the boogeyman at 154. Boxing talk. Con los 10 pesos. Good looking now. Homie. Appreciate you, Boxing Talk, with a $10 super chat, man. Comprar comida china. Homie Punch talking about Haney sound like the end of Rocky IV. If I could change, you could change. Everybody could change. I don't sleep on Rolly. He getting his walk right Don't sleep on Rolly. Hey, yo, I'm not sleeping on Rolly. I'm just saying that Devin Haney gonna sleep Rolly. You feel me? Boxing talk. I think that Devin Haney gonna be reading the good night book. You know what I'm saying? To put his ass to sleep. Huh? He's gonna be the one. Hey, yo, put it this way. Hey, yo, Devin Haney's fist is gonna look like it's gonna feel like roofies. It's gonna put Rolly to sleep. Yep. I'm telling you, I got Devin Haney stopping Rolly, bro. I got Devin Haney stopping Rolly, boxing talk. I got Devin Haney stopping Rolly, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I just don't see no way that Rolly could beat Devin Haney but a haymaker. And still, even if Devin Haney falls down, he gonna get right back up like he did with Ryan Garcia. And if Rolly put him down again, he will get right back up like he did versus Ryan Garcia because Devin Haney showed courage and heart and balls and articular fortitude and mental fortitude. What's good? Rap Star Boxing Night is the voice of the UK, London. So let's see what Xander Zayas said. 2 weeks ago, Top Rank approached Matchroom, and we are still waiting on the formal yes from you. I don't know if 2 weeks ago, because Xander Zayas was talking about a possible Devin Haney fight and stuff like that. I don't know. What would I don't understand this. 2 weeks ago, Top Rank approached Matchroom, and we are still waiting on a formal yes from you. Yeah, but what would Top Rank tell Matchroom? Because they don't got a TV deal like that. No, they don't. No, and Xander Zayas, I like Xander Zayas, right? But how will Top Rank approach Matchroom? You know how they approach Matchroom? I got Xander Zayas. How can we get this on the zone? So, yes, Xander Zayas is a unified champion, but Josh Kelly is a champion as well that got a more powerful, at the moment, promotional company that got a exclusive network deal. Think about it. Top ranked fighters are going everywhere fighting. So why Xander Zayas feel like, okay, come to Puerto Rico? No. You don't have to go to Puerto Rico. And Josh Kelly's not saying that you got to come all the way to England. He's saying that he will go to the U.S. Xander Zayas, you train in the U.S. Y'all can fight in Vegas. Y'all can fight in New York. As a matter of fact, Xander Zayas versus Josh Kelly in the Puerto Rican Day in Madison Square Garden. That'll be good. Number 2, this is the first time I hear you say this. So that's good news. 3, false. Your own promoter was the one that told us that the economics don't work in the UK. We don't believe that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's be real. We ain't never heard anything related to boxing that says the economics in the UK does not work. Lies. We all know in the sport of boxing, the economics always work because people love boxing in the UK. You're not even the elite versus elite is still a sellout crowd. They love Derek Chisora. They love their Amir Khan versus Kell Brook. They love their Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn. So what you talking about the economics? Let's not forget that Clarissa Shields also had to go to the UK to fight Savannah Marshall. While Clarissa Shields supposed to be the Guo had to go all the way to Savannah Marshall to get that fight and get that money. So no, we're not stupid on that one, Xander. We're not. I like Xander very much. Y'all know that I've been showing love to Xander Zayas when he was 17, 16. When we had him on the channel, we had him on he's been here several times. Your own promoter was the one that told us that the economics don't work in the UK. When will Eddie Hearn even utter those words? Stop it. Number 4, we have a date, a venue, and TV in Puerto Rico. Come on. Really, Xander? You got a TV in Puerto Rico. You want Josh Kelly to go to Puerto Rico, date, venue, and a TV in Puerto Rico. Really, Xander. This is Duck Talk. This is Duck Talk. You're going to tell Josh Kelly that before the Bachram fight was with the owner of a stadium and said that after the win that they were willing to showcase Josh Kelly in their soccer stadium in the UK on the zone, Matchroom Boxing, and you're pushing pennies to Josh Kelly's face saying that we got a date venue and the TV in Puerto Rico. What channel? This is Doug Talk, and I don't like it. This is some, now that we say yes, top ranked Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, let's get this unification done. Stop adding Bob Arum because Bob Arum doesn't make the decisions anymore. This is Doug Talk right now. I don't like when people get into this position and think they Floyd Mayweather all of a sudden. Because you're not going to say that to Virgil Ortiz. You're not going to say that to Fundura. You're going to say, well, you think that you could pull that with Devin Haney coming to Puerto Rico. Shout out to Puerto Rico. But let's be real, let's be honest, bro. This unification bout is a respectable, neutral territory in which I believe this is a wonderful fight that could happen in New York. Stop saying Puerto Rico, because this fight could happen in June during the Puerto Day weekend. See, Xander Zayas should say that. Xander, New York City is better than fighting even in Puerto Rico. It's Puerto Rico in itself. Madison Square Garden here. You could bring that Cotto atmosphere, that Tito Trinidad, the Hector Camacho atmosphere, Madison Square Garden, and there's enough UK English people that will be in New York City to support Josh Kelly. So this fight is great in New York. June, Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend. Pancho said, ain't no dog talk. Xander is the unified world champion. Kelly has to come to the champion. What you talking about? He needs to come to the champion. They both champions, Pancho. He doesn't need to come to the champion. He is a champion. He's not a challenger. Josh Kelly fought the boogeyman. Josh Kelly's win is better than anybody else's win in the 154-pound division. Come on now. What you mean, gotta come to the champion? They both champions. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter about that. If you're the unified champion. You're a unified champion, but you're not the unified champion like Earl Spence was unified champion. Like, let's be real. You ain't beat Charlo to become a unified champion. Don't put that much significance over your unified champion being the guys that you beat, and this guy beat Bachram. For me, that's good enough. That's good enough. He said Zayas is twice the champion Kelly is. What? Hold on. Let's all right. Okay. All right. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. I like it. I like the energy. Let's look at resume. Let's see. Let's look at who he beat to become a world champion. That's good. Yeah, because sometimes, punch. I be drunk. I be drunk. I'm a drunk on the mic. I don't know. Xander Zayas. Let's see. Okay. So Xander Zayas. Okay. Jorge Garcia Perez. Slava Spoomer. Okay. He fought Jorge Garcia Perez for the vacant. And then he unified with Abbas Boroa. We don't know who Abbas Boroa. We never knew who the fuck he was, bro. We never know who the hell he was. Slava Spoomer for the vacant title. And then I'm sorry, Jorge Perez for the vacant title, and Abbas Barahora to unify the titles. And you telling me that he's twice as much as a champion than the guy that beat Baccarat? Usted está fumando crack, Pancho. Eso es lo que tú estás fumando. Es crack que tú fai. You're cracking right now, my friend. See, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk what's right rather than what we like. Let's put what we like secondary and what's right primary. Xander Zayas and Josh Kelly is the primary fight. I'm saying is the primary fight in the 154-pound division. If Thurman beats Fundora, or Fundora beats Thurman, that's a significant win. You cannot tell me, yes, Xander Zayas is the unified champion, but you cannot tell me he's more of a champion than Josh Kelly. And we're not saying, and I'm not saying that Xander Zayas need to go all the way to the UK. I'm saying that it could be in a neutral ground, New York City, even in New York City, Josh Kelly said he will come to the US, fight in Madison Square Garden. It's like fighting in Puerto Rico anyway. In Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend, it's the same shit. So we are talking about that he needs to go all the way to Puerto Rico. He could actually go to Madison Square Garden. You want the fight to be in Puerto Rico or Madison Square Garden? Let me ask the chat. Xander Zayas versus Josh Kelly in Puerto Rico or Puerto Rican Day Parade in Madison Square Garden for a unification bout in the 154-pound division. What's more epic, y'all? Let me know. You guys let me know. What's more epic? But Boots and Virgil is the bigger fight. No, that's the fight that we like. That's the bragging rights fight. No, we cannot do that. This boxing community, we cannot allow that. We're not going to do it. We can't turn so far into casuals like that. I like Virgil versus Boots. Yes, I like it better. We've been talking about it's more, it gives, but it's not more meaningful than Xander Zayas versus Josh Kelly. It's not a bigger legacy fight. Josh Kelly versus Xander Zayas is the primary legacy fight right now at 154. Not Virgil Ortiz versus Boots. That's what we like more. That's bragging rights. Virgil beats Boots. He's beating a welterweight. Boots beat Virgil. You just beating Virgil Ortiz. That have yet become a world champion in the sport of boxing. Just like people were shaming Ryan Garcia. When has Virgil Ortiz become a world champion? So it's only bragging rights. It's only bragging rights. And put it this way. We like to talk about aging well. Fights that age well. Now put it this way. Let's say Boots fight Virgil. And Boots beat Virgil. And then Virgil in his next fight fights Charlo or Spence or whoever, Fundora or Brian Mendoza or whoever, and he loses. And then he gets right back into the rhythm of things. He get a tune-up, he wins, and then he loses to anybody. What would that win mean to Boots later on? He said, I can't see past their fight. Well, yes, we do. We do it all the time. Brian, we do it all the time. We see past every fight. But I'm just saying, the fight hasn't happened, but that's what I'm saying is all bragging rights. If Boots beat Virgil, he beats Virgil, but Virgil have yet become a world champion. How about if Virgil never becomes a world champion? Then what's significant that win will do in the end of the day? What would it do? At least if Xander if Xander beats Josh Kelly, he beat the guy that beat the boogeyman. If Josh Kelly beats Xander Zayas, he beats a unified champion and becomes a 3-belt holder, needing one more belt to become undisputed. And then we will have the undisputed matchup, whether who wins. So on the end of the day, no, I'm sorry, folks. This is a bigger fight. Zayas versus Kelly is for undisputed. Okay. I'm just saying, bro. Give me a sec. I'm just saying. MSG and its neutral facts. Yeah. So I don't know that's what I mean about I don't like that Doug talk. Come on, Xander, you talking about fighting in Puerto Rico? Just it's Xander could have hyped many New Yorkers and many Puerto Rican, the same amount of Puerto Rican he could ignite. It's to say I will fight Josh Kelly in Puerto Rican Day Parade, bro. In New York, man. I think if Xander Zayas tell Cotto, who you think I should fight out there in Madison Square Garden, Puerto Rican Day Parade versus Josh Kelly for unification bout, I think Cotto will tell him, go to MSG. I think Tito Trinidad will tell Xander Zayas, mira, nene, no pelea que vete allá para Nueva York, que tú verás, porque yo peleé allá. Yo no le gané a Roy John Jr., pero esto me ha importado, mira, el amor que dan la gente allá en Nueva York. Tú sabes, mira, a ti te gusta Bad Bunny, ¿verdad? Si te quieres divertir con el cantuín con primón, solo quieres que vivís. Xander, listen, un verano en Nueva York, go fight Josh Kelly en verano en Nueva York. Come on, Xander, the signs are there. Bad Bunny was singing while you was in the Super Bowl. ¿Tú te quieres divertir? Un verano en Nueva York. Nueva York, Nueva York, Nueva York, Nueva York. Oye, aquí tú vas a gozar. Shout out to El Gran Cambo. Boricua. Punch trying to get deported. What you mean, man? Puerto Ricans can't get deported, man. Puerto Ricans can't get deported. Virgil said he's done with Oscar and Golden Boy Punch. What are your thoughts? I don't know. That's what he said right now. Let me listen. Well, stay on the bench. Stay on the bench. Don't fight. Virgil Ortiz. Although the judge didn't see it our way and the fight is blocked for now, my team and I will be moving on to arbitration and to the court appeal. My time with Golden Boy is done. I am confident that my right to move on to other opportunities will be upheld. As always, I'm in the gym, staying ready. Any 154 champion should do the same. It's only a matter of time. Okay. Mal degradecido. Mal degradecido este tigre. So let me put this up. Let me put with Virgil Ortiz. Good looking out. All right. Hold on. Let me put this up. Good looking out, bang. Hold on. Let's put this up. Yes, sir. Although the judge didn't see it our way and the fight is blocked for now, my team and I will be moving on arbitration and to the court appeal. My time with Golden Boy is done. I am confident that my right to move on to other opportunities will be upheld. As always, I'm in the gym, staying ready. Any 154 champion should do the same. It's only a matter of time. It's like I said in the video, Oscar, bro. Hold on. Let me take this thing out of the way. Porque eso me está quillando ahora. Eso me quilla a mí ya. I am tired of people doing Oscar wrong, bro. I am tired of seeing Oscar build all these fighters from scratch, bro. Hey, yo, my brother, bro. Honor your contract, bro. Honor your contract. Honor your contract. Just like people got to honor their apartment, contract, their lease, their home loans, their car loans. You think I want to keep on paying that car loan? You don't think I want to rip that car loan apart? Isn't it the car ain't even worth what it used to be worth, and I still got to pay for the same shit? Every time these guys, every time Golden Boy promoted Oscar de la Hoya build these malagradecidos, these ungrateful bitches up. They want to leave. They want to break the contract. Stab him in the back. Oscar de la Hoya, bro. Yo, drop all these dudes, bro. As a matter of fact, look at the contract again. Aholada, he's put in the shelf forever, bro. Fuck him. He's going to have, yo, fighters like that, they're going to learn, bro. They're going to learn. They're going to learn. They're going to learn. They're going to learn. They're going to put them in a situation, and when they lose, and that promoter's going to rip their contract apart, papatra, are the person that been doing good. Nobody knew who you were. Man, I like Virgil, bro. Virgil is an entertaining fighter, man. You can't tell me in your last interview you was bigging up fucking Oscar de la Hoya, and now all of a sudden you're not gonna reconcile. You in the prime of your career, bro. You got momentum. You the number one in a lot of people's eyes at 154 by ring. And now, because there's new money on the table, that's what it is, man. Esa gente son mal agradecidos. I say all money ain't good money. So stay in the shelf. Stay in the shelf. Stay in the shelf, man. Let's not forget that this fight could be done. Let's not forget that Matchroom Boxing and Oscar de la Hoya, they both agreed is that Virgil Ortiz when they get out of that deal. Boxing is a business. A business is a cold game. Man, I believe in good business. Business is business, but I believe in good business too. I've been hearing that shit so much. Yeah, we understand that the boxing, that is a business, but good business is the business that I like. Good business. Good business. You ain't had no damn problem with Oscar de la Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions, bro. You ain't had no problems, bro. Virgil Ortiz is getting influence right now. And he's probably still a kid in the mind because his whole life, everybody was doing his business work. I think he don't even know what the 50% was going on, bro. If it wasn't for Oscar de la Hoya, Golden Boy Promotion, there wouldn't be no PBC because he opened the door for Al Heyman to do business with. If it wasn't for Oscar de la Hoya, Golden Boy Promotion, there wouldn't be no money made because he turned Pretty Boy to money made. He put wealth into the pockets of Floyd Mayweather. He put wealth into the pockets of Manny Pacquiao. He put wealth into the pockets of Bernard Hopkins. And when he did his promotional company, he broke bread with Shane Mosley. He broke bread with Bernard Hopkins. He broke bread with Ricky Hatton. Remember Golden Boy Promotions in the UK? They always doing him dirty, bro. Always. He's a fighter just like you. You ungrateful bitches. That's what you are. Ungrateful, bro. He secured Canelo Alvarez the most lucrative contract in boxing history. And when they find a way and loophole and let devilish people were talking to their ear, you know what I'm saying? You could get this much if you leave Oscar De La Hoya. The same thing, the same way, the same thing. Leave him on the bench. Leave him in the bench. Leave him in the bench. But it gotta be something wrong with Oscar De La Hoya because he's the common denominator. Whatever. No, the common denominator is ungrateful. That when Oscar De La Hoya put you in position, you guys want to leave. Because ain't nobody trying to leave Oscar De La Hoya and go to the board promotions on their come up. You didn't want to leave Oscar De La Hoya and go to the board promotion when you was ranked 15. And if Oscar De La Hoya didn't text, because even Virgil Ortiz Sr. said Oscar De La Hoya didn't text my son when he was almost dying and all that. So why y'all re-signed? Bullshit. You see, people like this, they make other people so cold, man. When people make moves like this, it turns people into an animal. You're gonna turn Oscar De La Hoya into a person that don't give a fuck about fighters. Sometimes when somebody does damage like this, you take it out on other people. It's almost like in a relationship. A girl could do you wrong, or you could do, or a man could do a woman wrong, and then they carry that bitterness and that untrustworthiness to their other relationship. They got their guards up. And the story is that Virgil Ortiz, Oscar De La Hoya, was helping out Virgil Ortiz's dad in the past. But yeah, they fight and we pay. That's it. You know who effed this up? I'm gonna tell you who effed it up. Not effed it up like directly effed it up. Is that when they was getting that money from Turkey Al Sheikh, and then when Turkey Al Sheikh sacó pie for potential boots and Virgil, the fighters are actually seeing their real market value. So when that 3 million came about, it's like 3 million. We haven't got paid 3 million in the last couple fights with the Turkey money. The Turkey money got you fooled. But then the Matchroom Boxing, and if Matchroom Boxing out of nowhere was giving Virgil Ortiz $16 to $20 million. And we seen that the zone was all in the mix of that. Come on, man. I said this from day one. They was colluding. And you know what they telling Fiery Virgil Ortiz right now? Don't worry. You just finished fighting Lubin. Don't worry. We'll take a little bit more time. You get him. We'll get you in. We'll get you in the ring in no time. We'll take care of it. We got power attorneys. Don't worry. They all helping out. They all helping out Virgil Ortiz right now. Ellos le quieren sacar pie. They're doing it to Oscar De La Hoya, but you ungrateful motherfucker. You know that they're going up against Oscar De La Hoya, everybody, all the power entities and stuff like that. And if you trying to, but you don't want to stay loyal to the guy that have built you. You don't want to stay loyal to that. That's why these other fighters, now they talking like they got, I'm gonna do this, fuck the belts, fuck this. It's because they got a power behind their back. That's when you have even Terrence Bud Crawford saying, I'm not paying no sanctioning fees. Terrence Bud Crawford paid every sanctioning fees. But when he has somebody in his back telling him, do not pay, all right? Don't worry about it. Tell them to go fuck themselves, Terrence. Tell them to go fuck themselves to my Chocolate Thunder. Don't worry, I got your back. Don't worry, they would not do nothing to you. Don't resign. Do not resign Golden Boy Promotions, all right? Don't give him contract. Don't give them contract. Let them deal with their fighters. I'm going to make them breach their contract. Don't give them contract. It's all planned, bro. We're not stupid. Boxing Talk. Good looking now says. Good looking out with the $20 super chat. God bless you, my brother from another mother. My brother in Christ said, that did go left quick. What happened that he would just be done with Oscar? He must have 50 million guaranteed. You did call it. You think Oscar top rank and PBC been done soon? Punch you on the right side of history on that. Keep preaching. Facts. Good looking out. I think that Oscar and top rank and PBC are not done. They're not done. Because the structure that they all have is a traditional structure that been in boxing for 100+ years. It's just not going to end like that. You know what I'm saying? Because now the belt federations, remember, they all in cahoots also with the sanctioning bodies are also in cahoots with the commission. There is no fighter contract that doesn't have the belt federations in it, because in contracts, if you become a world champion, you're going to get more money. And isn't a lot of contracts. So there is not a real boxing now. A super new contract may not have belt federations, but a manager and a promotional contract has belt federation, within that contract. If you are ranked this much, if you are ranked top 5, you earn this amount of money. If you become a world champion, you earn this amount of money. And then there's an extension. Everything is that contract is around the belt, the business model of boxing. So it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to turn that ish off. You know what I'm saying? Look what the IBF report is saying, that they're making Joe Opataya decide, do you want the super belt or you got to drop the IBF? You know what I'm saying? So I just think that everybody was colluded, man. And like you said, man, I call this. It's very easy to see. This is self-explanatory. This is easy to see. They all colluded against. They all colluded to get Golden Boy Promotions out and to create a breach of contract for Virgil Ortiz. They're all doing it, all of them. And it's just unfortunate because it only lands on Virgil Ortiz. It only lands on Virgil Ortiz. Ey, está muerto de hambre con este dinero, de verdad, man. Man, it's just sad to see. Now, if it was a history of like a Ryan Garcia and Oscar, where they've been having back and forth for years already, right? Then at this point, you will be like, all right, man, there's something going on, whatever. But Virgil just 3 months ago was talking highly. This is not Virgil. Virgil, you're being used, my brother. The devil is using you, my brother. They're using you, my brother. They don't give a fuck about you, Virgil. Stand up like a man, bruh. They're using you, bro. They're using you. At the height of your career, you're going to let these people play this game with you, bro. They all desperate for money. They don't care about your momentum. They don't care about that you ready. Your health is already intact. You in precision, and now you're gonna play this game. Now the man that helped you and your family before you became who you are, signed you at 18, believed in you. Now tú le vas a sacar pie for money that you're gonna earn regardless. Because if the zone don't want to put Earl Spence, and this is what I was talking about, that Earl Spence fight. You remember there was a report that the zone deaded that Earl Spence and Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz, my brother, you on your way to be making $16-20 million, but that will be honorable money. That will be genuine money. This dirty money that they push into your face is of the devil, bro. And just based off that, I hope it don't work out. I like Virgil as a fighter, but because of that, it just shows me who he is. With people like that, I never want to do business with them, bro. If I was a businessman like that, I never want to do business with people like that. Que me va a sacar pie. Así. See, some people, they have this aura that they nice and they all humble and shit like that. Son culebra todito, son culebra. Honor that contract, bro, and move on. Honor that contract, bro. If you thought that you was worth $20 million, you should have never signed the extension. You should have never signed a new contract because you signed a new contract in 2024, bro. Just 2 years ago. Good looking out, Jesus. Yeah, man. It is what it is. It's because we talking too real out here. They don't like that. Not even the algorithm likes it. The algorithm hears this shit. They be like, nah, we ain't going. No. We're not gonna recommend this live. We're not gonna recommend this channel. And that's why and that's why I know, bro. If we had, man, that's a man. Oscar De La Hoya and Virgil T, they'll be calling right now and saying, we want to clean something up. We want to talk about it, but they're not listening right now. I can't believe it. To be honest, I would have thought the last person would have been Virgil to do this. I thought Virgil would have been the last one to do this. This is, see, what people say about the Conor Bennett matchroom situation where they say that was unloyalty. That was not unloyalty. He was a free agent. This is dirty what they do. This is Virgil T's playing. This is dirty right here, bro. Out of the contract, Palomo. And guess who's gonna be next? As soon, I think, to be honest, I think as soon as Kid Austin gets in that position, I mean, it's history. They all do it to Oscar De La Hoya. Hey, yo, Oscar, Kid Austin is next. They all do it to him. They all do it to him. Yeah, let's wait until he gets us in that entire real position. They all do it to him, bro. They all do it to him. Deontay Wilder get the opportunity to become a heavyweight champion, beat Stavern, and then, but he's a free agent. He does what he has to do, but then leaves Oscar. Golden Boy Promotion produce the best, man. They produce stars. They produce lucrative matchups. And then all of a sudden, it's Oscar De La Hoya's fault. All of a sudden, it's Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya's fault. Floyd Mayweather, when he left Top Rank, who's promoting his cards? Who promoted Floyd Mayweather, I believe, 7 cards after him leaving to Top Rank, using Golden Boy Promotions money to make him the money man that he is. Giving him Canelo, giving him Cotto, giving him all that shit. And then all Floyd Mayweather was doing is talking shit about Oscar De La Hoya. When Oscar De La Hoya even hired your dad, Oscar De La Hoya is the one that put major respect to Floyd Mayweather Sr. Man, I don't care if I don't like you. If you treat my parents great, bro, we don't got beef. I might not like your personality, but we don't got beef. We're friends. We cool, bro. Listen to how Floyd Mayweather Sr. speak about Oscar De La Hoya. When Floyd Mayweather kicked out Floyd Mayweather Sr. out the house, Oscar De La Hoya bought Floyd Mayweather Sr. a house and a new car. And he was the highest paid trainer in the sport of boxing. And Floyd Mayweather still hates Oscar De La Hoya. But that shows you morals. If you looked out for my dad, bro, my mom and my dad, man, you good with me forever. Pero no estos tigres. No estos tigres. Ellos son malos con Oscar De La Hoya. La gente son malos con Oscar, bro. They're bad, bro. It's disgusting at this point, bro. It's disgusting at this point what they do to Oscar De La Hoya, bro. That's why I don't. The only thing people can talk about, Oscar, it's a lingerie. It's a thing that he was sniffing and drunk, and people do crazy stuff and shit like that. I don't care about that. If you want to buy Victoria's Secret garment, and at the same time, él está dando a una mami también. That's the only thing that people can say about Oscar De La Hoya. But Oscar De La Hoya gave us the fight that we wanted, gave us the event that we wanted, gave us the stars that we wanted. And look how everybody treats Oscar. And everybody benefits from Oscar. Everybody benefits from Oscar De La Hoya, the golden one, bro. Anything he touches turn to gold. And all these mal agradecido, ungrateful bitches treat him like trash, bro. Oscar De La Hoya, I want you to smack all of them up, bro, like you used to do, man. Oscar's too nice to these guys, man. I want Oscar to remind these people who you are, bro. Snuff them all, Oscar. Snuff them all. Man, I think Oscar De La Hoya with fishness will beat the crap out of all these guys. Virgil Ortiz, you would never be not even 15% of what Oscar De La Hoya was. I'm standing with Oscar. I'm saying it right now. I'm standing with Oscar now, bro. Just based off this. Just based off this, bro. Just based off this. Oh, you're not going to reconcile. Because I even tweet, I say, yo, I hope that Virgil Ortiz had that one-on-one conversation with Oscar De La Hoya. My team and I will be moving to arbitration. Is your team moving to arbitration? It's not you. You getting used, bruh. Like you use that guitar. My time would go. Then you ain't even tweet this shit, bro. Virgil Ortiz ain't even tweet this. Virgil ain't even tweet this. You're being used, bro. They're using you like a damn puppet. And you're not man enough to hold your ground, walk the walk, and control your career, bro. Because the only one that's risking their lives is you. And the only one that understands you risking your life is Oscar De La Hoya. Let me take this thing out of the way. I say it again with my face. You understand me? Do you understand me, Virgil Ortiz? You're the only one that's risking your life in that ring. And the only man in your team that you was close to that understands how to risk your life is Oscar De La Hoya. Pero ustedes son mal agradecidos. You're going to learn the hard way. They're going to learn the hard way. They're going to learn the hard way. Because when you're all done with, people ain't going to remember who you are. And Oscar De La Hoya got a legacy that he will be never forgotten. Virgil look like a sharp individual. You could look sharp, but he's being used. That's it, man. I keep it real, bro. I don't give a damn if people don't like. Hey, yo, people gonna listen to what I'm gonna say, and they're gonna be like, "Yo, Punch, why you saying this? Why you saying?" You know that I'm speaking real. So please stop. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about people that know Virgil, because I believe in Virgil, and I think that he's just honor the fucking contract, bro. Oscar De La Hoya was all good just a week ago when he's securing your money, your deals with Turkey Al Sheikh. He was all good. He was all good 3 months ago. He was all good for Thanksgiving. And now all of a sudden he's the devil. Nah, bro. Nah, that money that they put on the table that is making you try to sabotage your contract and not honor the contract is the devil. You don't hate Oscar De La Hoya. You hate that you signed a deal that didn't have the type of money that's on the table right now. But that type of money that's on the table right now is because how Oscar De La Hoya have set up your career. And that money that's on the table right now, you will make it regardless. And yo, put it this way. Terrence Buck Crawford, in the last couple years with him in Top Rank, he wasn't fully happy. But Terrence Buck Crawford honored his contract. And he did what he needed to do. And still became who he is. Guess who also did that? Oscar De La Hoya honored his contract when we all knew he was valued way beyond what Top Rank could pay him. Top Rank couldn't afford Oscar De La Hoya anymore. But guess what? Oscar De La Hoya honored his contract with Top Rank and still became who he is because it's inevitable, my brother. You trying to rush the process. You trying to rush it. Y Dios te va a castigar a ti, Virgil Ortiz. Dios te va a castigar a ti, Palomo. In the end, you have to. Stay on course. Stay on course. But you think that you're going to get blessed by playing people dirty at the same time? Eso no trabaja así. That's why Oscar De La Hoya, you know, is still in the position that he's in. He did it the right way. You do it the snakish way, and you're not going to last. Because God don't like ugly. You're not going to last. Virgil, if I were you, listen to Punch Drunk Boxing, and you have that meeting with Oscar De La Hoya, you will stop listening to everybody else, because at the end of the day, they just want their little percentage. Because that $16 to $20 million, everybody looking at their percentage. They 10%, they trainer percent, they manager percent, they promoter percent. They just want that little percent. They're not fighting for you, you idiot. They're not fighting for you, you idiot. They fighting for that percent. And they leading you to a ditch. That's boxing. Oscar De La Hoya don't need your money. He didn't need you. They could find another you and make another you. But he liked you. And he was there for you. Great point. Boxing. Big Mexican boxing. Virgil would not get the decision versus Boots. You're going to see. You're going to see. You're going to see. Just like Subriel Matias, right? When Subriel Matias left PBC, PBC got him his opportunity. And they left. And they left to Matchroom. And then he lost. What did Matchroom do to Subriel Matias? What did Matchroom do to Subriel Matias when they gave him his multi-fight deal? Y ese se fue. Ay, siga ahí. Virgil, if you lose to Boots, you're going to understand you was better off to a promoter that knows the art. Even Golden Boy Promotion, they had the signs down packed with matchmakers. They know this. They know how to build their fighters. Golden Boy Promotion know how to make stars. They knew how to set up Jaime Munguia and match him up real well. They knew what to do with Canelo Alvarez. They even knew what to do with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia lost to Gervonta Davis, but Oscar De La Hoya already knew that situation wasn't good. But you know what? I give you the blessing as a fighter, but that's not a good. And look, what Ryan Garcia was saying after that. Oh man, I never should have done that. The rehydration and catch weight. Well, Oscar De La Hoya was telling you that that's not. He didn't like that. Looking out for you. But ustedes quieren hacer lo que ustedes quieran. Y'all want to do whatever y'all want to do because y'all think that Oscar De La Hoya didn't go through what y'all went through. You think that Oscar De La Hoya is the enemy? They're going to learn the hard way. Go sit in the bench and wait for arbitration. Oscar De La Hoya, matter of fact, deja ese tigre, man. Let the dude hang. Let that dude hang himself. No, a matter of fact, Oscar De La Hoya, you keep on, you keep on going to court and stuff like that. Let him sit on the bench. Let him sit on the bench. As a fighter, no, yeah, I just don't like this move. I've been seeing it for too many years already. I've been seeing it for too many years. They all do fucking Oscar De La Hoya dirty, bro. They all do him dirty, bro. They don't play that with other promoters that never laced them up. They do it with Oscar though. So fucking, it's a snake. This snake is sport. Sometimes it gets to me, bro. Because it's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again. It's so great to see honorable people, bro. I like honorable people, man. I like when people do things right. So far, you see how Anthony Joshua is with Eddie Hearn. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. How honorable he is. They are. You know what I'm saying? There is something good about that. There's something good about that. You know. You know what Turkey Sheikh said about Gervonta Tank Davis? He respects Gervonta Tank Davis' loyalty to Al Heyman. Porque Al Heyman looked out for you and everything that you do outside of the sport of boxing, bro. He's done everything to make you manage your money right. And then what? Tu vas a capié. Business is business, but there's also good business within the business. You do somebody right, yo, keep on, yo. What's the saying is? Was not broken, was not broken. Don't need to be fixed. Keep on doing what you need to do, bro. Look at LeBron James and his team, bro. His team is the same team he came up with high school. There's a blessing within honorable. Ain't it funny at the Ryan versus Rolly press conference? Rolly was saying he could care less about Ryan versus Haney. He just wanted to win a belt. Now he's saying they both ducking. Well, we'll see. We will see. Race has nothing to do with Virgil BS beats. I hope we can get the clear salute punch round boxing standing on business. Yeah, man. Like we was on Boots because he ducked the fight twice. You know what I'm saying? We call him Poots and Boots and all that stuff. You know, this is on Virgil now, bro. This is on Virgil. Virgil's playing Oscar dirty. But you know what? You're just another fighter. You're just another fighter for the moment. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we back at it. Tomorrow we back at it. 7:30 p.m. 7 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Hopefully we have a interview. I want to get Hanley Hernandez. It's gonna be a Spanish interview probably and stuff like that. I gotta hit him up. We did schedule one before, but you know, time just it didn't. But I want to get Hanley Hernandez in the for interview. I want to get Larry Wade. Still talk about his book. Hey yo, man. Hopefully we get Oscar De La Hoya right back. Maybe we need to get the manager also of Virgil T. Probably Virgil T. Senior. If they want to chop it up with Punch Run Boxing live and let us know what the hell is going on. How is he great one day and then he's not great the next day? Kind of fishy to me. But I gotta get Henry Garcia in as well, bro. And probably Bill to talk about to find if they're gonna finalize the deal with Rolly Romero as well. But tomorrow we back at it, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all already know, man. Devin Haney interview. We need that Devin Haney interview. T.O. as well. We need an update with T.O. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe T.O. probably vacation with the family and stuff like that. I spoke to Senior. Senior's doing very, very well right now, man. My prayers go out to Senior. I know he got his struggles and stuff like that, but he's gonna overcome that, man. He's gonna overcome. I pray for Senior every day, bro. So y'all keep Senior in y'all prayers as well, man, to overcome demons and stuff like that. He's a wonderful man, to be honest. He's a wonderful dude, bro. He's one of the real ones. You know, people just got their things that they have to overcome. So keep y'all prayers with Senior. Clarissa interview. Anyway, man, tomorrow we back at it. Love you. God bless. And on to the next. You already know God first, everything second. Fight plus survive equals true champions. The best investment you can make in your life is have God in your heart. Gain the personal relationship with God, and you're gonna be all right, bro. Again, excuse my vulgarness and stuff like that, but man, I'm ticked off with this virtual T situation. I'm out.